Hey everyone, it's Lisa Bongean, and we are live here at the Great Wisconsin Quilt Show. I can't believe how many people are here. The aisles are flooded. It makes me so excited to see everybody that I haven't seen for a long time in person. Quilt shows must be back because we're packed here, and the booth is swamped, so hopefully we'll be able to I've corralled a bunch of them out here so we can maybe go in there after our little trunk show here. So we thought we'd pop up live here and show the Great Wisconsin Quilt Show, our new line of red and white gatherings fabrics. We have 15 quilts here that are all in the book. So if you want to win this book today, you can leave us a comment, and Miss Heidi over there is going to pick 3 winners for this new book. Right here, Red and White Gatherings. All right, and then anybody here today who wants this book, it'll be $5 off in the booth. It is not on sale on our website at all. However, the kits for these quilts, if there's one of these quilts here that speaks your name and calls out to you and you can't forget it, and when you get back home and you want to order it, they are all 15% off until October 2nd. Then they come off. And then this fabric line is expected to drop sometime in October. We don't know for sure. It could be November, but that's what we're told, all right? So $5 off the book today here at the show. It is, that'll be $27 for you. It's $32. And then we have all of the quilts to show you now, all right? So, let's go, right? Let's show the quilts. All right. The girls here are going to show you the first one. We're going to go in order of the book. The first one is called Red Hots. So this one is a fat quarter of 20 different red fabrics. And then...
Is it scrappy or not?
Yeah, this one is the scrappy one. So you can do it 2 colors or scrappy. So we're going to show you 2 versions of this one. So here is most of the line here. The size is 70 by 80. All right, so just kind of, walk on over here with it, or is that what we're doing? And then you walk on over this way.
I can just go back and forth.
Okay, back and forth. All right, so I'll just turn to this way then. So here's the second version. Now this one is more controlled, only 1 red instead of a bunch of reds. So whatever you like, if you like your eye to have some place to rest instead of being super scrappy, but super simple, flip and sew corners, that's all that's on that one. So if you love red and white, these are going to be great options. And I do want to point out that we are going to have a red and white challenge at the gathering in November, where we're going to have the whole gathering filled with red and white quilts that people will win prizes on. All right, so the bonus quilt, because remember I just showed you that these are all stitch and flip corners. Well, Lori here, we're going to sneak the bonus quilt in first, right there.
Okay.
All right, yep. All right, Lori, come stand by me. So Lori made the Red Hots quilt, and this is all the cutoffs from the corners on the stitch and flip. So we threw in a bonus quilt for that. So you don't need triangle paper for this. When you sew and cut that one off, you can sew the other side right away. And be prepared to just trim these down, though. That's the only thing with these, is you want to trim them so they're the same size, right?
Correct.
And Lori's the one that did it. You did an awesome job.
Thank you.
Yep.
You could do it this way. I kind of planned some of them, and some of them are scrappy, but you could do them all. Just use all the triangles, half square triangles, and make them all scrappy blocks. But it was fun.
All right, so a cool little bonus with the leftovers on that one. All right, what's next?
This one.
That one's next, okay. Thank God I got some helpers today. All right, this quilt right here is called Kindred Spirits. It is 67 by 81. It's Fat Eighth friendly, and this one's the Fat Eighth friendly, but we'll go over here. This one's just 2 colors. Very simple, very fun, and this is a replica of one of my antique quilts, and we are going to be doing this trunk show over and show you the antique quilts along with our recreated quilts. So we're trying to doing this impromptu just because we're live at the show and we just want to do something, right? So this is the idea I came up with to show the red and white quilts. All right, pan over here. There's the scrappy version. Same quilt. Do you want to use 2 fabrics or do you want to use a bunch of reds and 1 light? That's your difference between the 2 quilts. So tell us what you like better. Do you like just 2 fabrics or do you like scrappy? Put that in the comment. That'll help you win a book. All right, if any of you girls have any questions or want to come up and hang out with me up here, come on over.
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have 9 of hearts. So does anybody know my favorite saying? None of us are, everybody is, 9 patches are good enough for all of us. All right, we never grow out of being able to make 9 patch quilts. So this one here is called 9 of Hearts. It is just 2 fabrics. We did not make this one scrappy, but guess what? You could. All right, so those are probably 3/4 of an inch finish, so like 1 1/4 inch strips, not too bad. A lot of strip piecing in this quilt. It is 57 by 84. We made it the same size as the antique, so it's kind of a longer, skinnier quilt. But I don't care. I like it that way because guess what? A lot of times I put my quilts the other way across my bed because you have so many pillows up top, you don't need the quilt to go all the way to the end. So this would be awesome on a full size bed. All right. Next one over here. This one is called Cherry Swirl. Isn't that amazing? I can't wait to have this on my bed at Christmas time, right? Christmas time, doesn't this scream Christmas? With a little pillow on there that says Merry Christmas or whatever. But this one is 83 by 92, so nice size quilt. And this is the scrappy version. And guess what? We forgot the 2-color quilt, but there is one in here. I will show you a picture of it close up. And just so you know, those are stitch and flip as well. That is super simple to do. It looks complicated, but it is not. Simple swirl is just 2 colors and less blocks. So that one is set on point. This one is set with sashing. Same quilt though. All right, this might be my favorite in the book. I did not make it. Terry from Wausau made both of these quilts coming up. So this one is called Starry Eyed. Look at all those half square triangles. Now I know all of you are being very good at making half square triangles now, right? If you're stitching Osei Can You Sew, you've got those triangles under your belt. Here's some more. Look at how spectacular this quilt is. Just 2 fabrics on this one. The size is 75 by 90. All right, and then look at that one over there. Now we have the scrappy version. All of these quilts in this stack have been quilted by Luca and Jake here at our Bernina Long Arm Quilting Service, and they are at the front of the booth here helping lots of women and men with their quilting needs. Awesome. Which one you like on there? I think I like the scrappy one. All right, the next one is the biggest quilt in the book. 114 by 114. It's a sail on a ship. I said, it's okay if it hits the ground. Well, okay. It can be washed. So 9 different fabrics. Again, half square triangles. I know you can do it. We're live, honey. We're live on YouTube, yes. You have to come closer if you want to hear me. All right, so 114 by 114, probably 1.5 finish half square triangles, so they're bigger than the ones we're making for Osei Can You Sew, but great wedding quilt, great graduation quilt. You can pick, it's a great pattern for if you want to do it another colorway as well. Blue and white would look amazing as well. So this is the only colorway we have this one. Okay. Next up, we have a quilt called Diamond Ring. Again, we are recreating antique quilts here, and I'm sure this was done with Y seams and all kinds of stuff the way they did it, but nowadays we do something called stitch and flip, right? And that's how we make all those right there. We're not, or flying geese instead of like the Lemoyne star, but so cool, right? So this is a variety of reds and then one print for the background. And again, that one is called Diamond Ring, 64 by 80 inches. Awesome. Aren't these girls doing a fabulous job? It's hot here right now. Like we're sweating. Okay, this quilt. I can't wait to talk about this when we talk about the antique, because it is a little bit different than the antique, because guess what? We couldn't figure out the antique. We don't know how they did it. It was so amazingly pieced, but this is what I came up with to replicate it, so you guys didn't hate me, all right? But this one is called Bear Hug, and you might have seen this on my Stitch with Lisa Bongean Facebook group. I was kind of showing you as I was stitching it, some of the blocks, some of the sashing, and I just put the outer sashing, setting triangles as a different red. And this fabric is pretty close to the one in the antique quilt that we recreated. But who doesn't love a bear paw quilt? And this is the only dark red quilt in the book. I don't know why we didn't think about doing more dark red quilts but we like white quilts, and most of the antique quilts were light with red accents. Okay. Oh, I get to sit down. Okay, last but not least, smallest quilt in the book. Hey, you know, who doesn't love stars? Who doesn't love some big half square triangles and some little half square triangles? And guess what these are? Stitch and flip. Same thing, okay? So you are going to have some cutoffs of those too. So if you make every quilt in the book, you're going to probably have another 3-4 quilts with all the cutoffs. All right, this one is 60 by 60 square. Amy made this one. She did a fabulous job doing it, and it's just a couple different fabrics, couple reds, and maybe no, I think it's only two. One red and one white. Okay, so those are our quilts in the trunk show for the red and white gatherings coming in October, on pre-order right now if you want any of those. All the books are going to be in the booth, and they will be $5 off for anybody who buys one here. Make sure I tell the girls that in there before you go up there. All right, and I will sign them for you as well. Okay. All right, Heidi, who do we have for winners? For winners, Karen Schneider, Carla Pick, and Crystal Mayers. You are the winner of the Red and White Gatherings book. We appreciate you jumping on here today to hang out with us. I think we're going to walk over and maybe do a quick little peek in the booth, and see where we're at there. All right, can you just do a 360 so they can see the whole show? I will try to stay out of your way. All right, thanks everyone for coming. I appreciate it. All right, Kaylee's going to do a little slow pan of the whole show so we don't make anybody dizzy. Beautiful. Thank you, hon. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you come to this show and you don't see us right away, we are almost on the very end in the front of the aisle. We are under Bernina/Primitive Gatherings. I know some people were panicking because they couldn't find Primitive Gatherings. It's because the Bernina is
Here. All right, you got it.
All right, we're good? Okay,
Yep.
sorry about that.
Oh.
How are you? Oh boy, you're right. people in there, so I don't think we're going to go in.
That would be fun.
All right, so there it all is. You've seen a little sneak peek on one of our last lives, but now it's much cleaner, neater. She's great. She's going in there. Going in for the close-ups. So the lighting here isn't, the brightest, but you gotta understand we're not in our studio. These ladies waiting to check out the red light book. They're all so awesome.
All right.
All right. Okay, that's it for now. Time for me to get my butt in the booth and get signing books and get these people on their way so they can visit the quilt show. The quilts here at the show are always amazing. If you can, the show is still open until Saturday, so come on and spend some time here. Quilt shows are definitely back, and everybody here would love to see you. So take care, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed our little impromptu pop-up quilt show. Bye now.